There's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is a presentation of the Nebraska State High School Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by NextAg Appraisal and Realty, Sandhills Global, Doane University, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Wingstop, Acres, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, Roofing Service Company, Union Bank and Trust, Lincoln Financial Chiropractic, and DOT Highway Safety Office, Jimmy John's, Members Owned Credit Union, Nebraska Army National Guard, Hamilton Telecommunications, and the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert.
That is right. It's Semifinal Friday coming your way from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert at your service here on a Friday morning. We got Class C1 action coming up first, and we got a good crowd on hand as it's the number 1 seed in Class C1, the Lincoln Christian Crusaders, going up against the number 4 seed in Class C1, the Gothenburg Swedes. The Crusaders, the number 1 seed, come in undefeated, unblemished, 26-0 after knocking off North Bend Central in the quarterfinal. Gothenburg beat Bridgeport on Wednesday as well. As we get the starting lineups going, Gothenburg, the lower seed, they're going to be in their road maroon uniforms, led by head coach Tim Strasser. Starting out there for them, a sophomore guard, Zoe Beveridge, number 4, Halsley Tamala, number 12, Taryn O'Hare, number 14, Ellie Wyatt, and number 20, Alex Beveridge. For the Lincoln Christian Crusaders, led by head coach Scott Klein. They were the C1 state champions in 2024, trying to go back-to-back here under the direction of head coach Scott Klein. Like I mentioned, a perfect 26-0 record as they will start Jenna Heiser, a junior guard, averaging 8 points per game. Number 5, Samantha Durking, a 5'9 sophomore guard. Number 21, a 5'7 junior guard, Macy Pittenger. Number 30, a 6'1 senior forward, averaging 16 points per game, Kennedy Ailes. And last but not least, the leader of this Lincoln Christian Crusaders squad. She's had plenty of experience. A 5'8 senior guard averaging over 20 points per game. Number 2, Maddie Kassabaum. We're ready to go here. Lincoln Christian and the Gothenburg Swedes. Is Lincoln Christian in their home uniforms. They have the word Christian across the chest in blue lettering, but the numbers are in red font as it's on Lincoln Christian, ready to tip it off. A really strong blue Lincoln Christian fan base on the other side of the floor as they're on the home seated side. Nice student section for Lincoln Christian. Not a bad student section showing for the longer drive that it is from Gothenburg. Put 8 minutes on the clock. It's the first of 6 games today between Lincoln Christian and Gothenburg, as we'll have 2 C1 matchups to decide who's going to be playing for the final tomorrow, as then Class B action will wrap us up with Class A wedged in the middle. As we are underway, Gothenburg controls the tip, and we're ready to go here from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert with you on a Friday morning. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us wherever you may be. Thanks to Jake and Bach and Austin, the entire crew in advance for their help all day today and tomorrow. On the right side here is Beveridge for Gothenburg. She passes it offside on the right wing to O'Hare. O'Hare throws it back to Beveridge. She fires a 3 from the right side in front of the Christian bench, and she will not hit it. Defensive rebound going the other way. Here comes Heiser for the Christian Crusaders. Top of the key, it's Kassabaum. Kassabaum on the right side, dumps it out to Heiser. Heiser drives baseline cross pass, left side wing on the dribble drive, kicking at right wing. Now when dribbles into the corner, it's Kassabaum. Kassabaum with 16 to shoot. Passes it right side now, Pittenger. Pittenger fires though with 3. Can't connect on that one as it bounces out of bounds off the miss, and it's going to be Gothenburg basketball. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first quarter between Lincoln Christian and Gothenburg. Still scoreless here as each team has had 1 possession apiece. Near the logo has it is Gothenburg. That's Beveridge with it. She passes it to the elbow, gives it to Wyatt. Wyatt for the Swedes, passes it now right side. Back to Wyatt. Now her pass tipped away, taken away almost. Now Gothenburg gets it back. On the right wing here for the Swedes. They have it top of the key. Beveridge fires the 3 from the top. Unable to hit as that one bounces off the front iron. And the defensive rebound controlled by Lincoln Christian. Back the other way we go with Pittenger. Pittenger passes left side. Now with it, Durking. Durking down low on the block. It's Ailes. Can't connect on the layup, but she gets her own miss. And she can't hit the second time around as that one caroms out to the perimeter where it's controlled by the Swedes defensively. A nice rebound there by number 20 for the Gothenburg Swedes, Alex Beveridge. Another 3-point attempt for Gothenburg misses. Getting their own miss, though, and missing the layup again is number 14 for Gothenburg, Ellie Wyatt. Lids on the bucket. We saw it yesterday in the later games, and it looks like it's translated over to semifinal Friday here this morning. On the left side, here's Christian, still searching for their first points in this one as they knocked it out of their hands. The Gothenburg Swedes force the Christian Crusaders' first turnover of the day. A floater on the way, too strong. Offensive rebound for the Swedes, putting it back up and able to connect finally is Beveridge. Alex Beveridge is able to get our first points in this one with 5:44 to go in the first quarter. It's 2-0 Gothenburg. So Lincoln Christian with it on the right side. Pittenger gives it to Ailes. Ailes with it. She'll bring it across the timeline. This Christian Crusaders squad, just one senior, and it's Maddie Kassabaum as she loses possession of the basketball. It touches the baseline, and it's going to go back in the direction of Gothenburg. Five minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 2-0 Gothenburg out in front of Lincoln Christian. Just underway here in the Class C1 semifinal matchup. The winner of this one gets the winner of our next game between Minden and Milford. Here at the top of the key, here's Gothenburg. They drive in, the tough floater, unable to go, but a whistle and a foul is called against the Lincoln Christian Crusaders as Alex Beveridge went in, tried to lay it up, unable to do so, but she was hit and fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 2-0 your score, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Gothenburg out in front by 2. Beveridge, her first free throw, rattles around and falls. It's 3-0 now. Gothenburg with one more free throw coming up. Scott Klein, the head coach of Lincoln Christian, trying to win back-to-back state titles for the Crusaders. They have 2 other state titles previously in 2002 and 2017. Then obviously last year in 2024. Here's Lincoln Christian trailing 4-0 after 2 made free throws. They get it out to Pittenger, Pittenger drives baseline. Nice dump off, and missing the wide open layup was Heiser. Heiser unable to connect on the bunny, and Gothenburg goes the other way after the defensive rebound. On the right wing, here is Beveridge, Zoe Beveridge with it. Now she passes it to Alex Beveridge. Beveridge with it, top of the key, passes right side. Now to Wyatt. Wyatt with it, gives it to Tamala. Tamala fires the 3 from the top. Can't hit, just missed it left. And that one bounces out of bounds. It'll go to Lincoln Christian. Perimeter shots not anybody's strength so far this state tournament. We've seen even some of the best teams in this field across all classes struggle from beyond the three-point line. Scott struggled with the three-point sharpshooters they have of Molly Ladwig and Mia McMahon. But then we also saw Millard West run into a couple speed bumps as Neely and Nora Gessert combined 1 for 9 on free throws. Looks like we have a clock issue right now, so we're going to have a stoppage in play. We currently sit at 4:29 to play in the first quarter. I think the shot clock did not start, and so they're going to have to take a couple seconds off of this shot clock. And they take 6 seconds off. It'll be 4:29 to go in the first quarter with 29 seconds on the possession. Sideline inbound here for Lincoln Christian. Kassabaum will inbound it for the Crusaders. Looking, she gets it into Heiser. Heiser now cross-court pass left wing to Durkin. Durkin to Heiser. Heiser looking, she'll fire it across to the far corner. Now this is Pittenger with it. Pittenger back to Heiser. Heiser into the near corner. Kassabaum. She shot fakes, drives baseline, steps through, lost it for a moment, gets it back. Now to Durkin. Durkin passes Pittenger, fires the three from the right wing, and Lincoln Christian is on the board. They trail it 4-3 with 4:05 to go in the first quarter. The lid finally comes off for Lincoln Christian as they still trail 4-3. The Gothenburg Swedes with it at the logo. Here is Beveridge. Beveridge picks up her dribble. Now gives it to Tamala. Tamala just inside the perimeter, uses her pivot foot down past right side to Wyatt. Wyatt for the Swedes of Gothenburg has it down low to Tamala. Tamala working on the smaller defender, and she's able to get the layup to fall. It's 6-3 Gothenburg. Up the floor we fall with Lincoln Christian. Going up with it is Ailes. Ailes passes top of the key to Kassabaum. Pittenger, left side Durkin. She shoots the three to tie, and we are able to have a tie ball game. 3:25 to play in the first quarter. 6-6 is your score. Gothenburg with the basketball crossing the timeline. Here is Tamala, now at the elbow. She turns around, fires the jumper, and here we go. 8-6 your score after Tamala able to hit the big jumper from the elbow for the Gothenburg Swedes. Now with it, Heiser. Heiser gives it to Kassabaum on the left side. Into the far corner, and pass intercepted, taken away. Great read defensively by the Gothenburg Swedes. The Swedes going in transition as they'll slow it down. Here's Beveridge crossing over on the defender, splitting the floater, and it's good for Gothenburg. Able to find the bottom of the net. Gothenburg shooting a good 4 for 9 from the field today so far. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. 10-6 your score. Lincoln Christian trails by 4. We have a bump and a foul is called as the defender for Gothenburg, number 14, Ellie Wyatt, commits the foul on the floor, knocking a Christian Crusader down. And it looks like we have a pause in the action, a timeout on the floor. Gothenburg calls a timeout. We'll step aside with them. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 10-6 Swedes over Lincoln Christian. Here we'll be back in 30 seconds.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back again, Nick Standard with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 10-6 is your score. Gothenburg out in front by 4 points as Christian has it on the left side. Kassabaum overhead pass right side to Durkin. Durkin back to Kassabaum. Her pass deflected. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay on this end of the floor with Lincoln Christian. 2:29 to play in the first quarter. Gothenburg leads it 10-6. Christian with the basketball. Now they pass it on the inbound to Heiser. Heiser, her pass almost intercepted now into the corner. Pittenger down low. Her entry pass deflected, knocked out of bounds. The Gothenburg Swedes defense causing some fits, getting in some passing lanes here against Lincoln Christian. Here early on in this one, over halfway through the first quarter. The inbound at Pittenger, 3 ball, just a tad strong. And the rebound caroms into the arms of Ellie Wyatt for the Gothenburg Swedes. 2:14 to play. Gothenburg going in transition. Here on the right side, it is O'Hare. Taryn O'Hare been quiet so far today. Now Beveridge with it, Alex Beveridge. The right side to Ellie Wyatt, now into the elbow. Here's Tamala once again. Tamala, overhead pass, finds a cutting Beveridge. The layup can't go, and the rebound bounces to Lincoln Christian. Outlet pass up the floor, almost out of the reach, but Christian gets it back. They find a cutting Heiser. Heiser down low to Ailes. Ailes gets bumped, a foul with the bucket. And Kennedy Ailes will go to the line to shoot one more shot as she pulls Lincoln Christian to within 2 points. 10-8 is your score, 1:50 to play in the first quarter. Kenna Ailes at the free throw line to shoot one more free throw. That's her first points of the day. She has 4 rebounds, though, already, just 6 minutes and 10 seconds into this ball game. Kenna Ailes, the free throw is on the way, and it's good for Kenna Ailes. It's 10-9 Gothenburg after Lincoln Christian converts the three-point play. And the Gothenburg Swedes will bring it across the timeline, working right to left, the basket to my left. Here, left side, into the near corner. Taryn O'Hare drives baseline. Nobody stops it. And an easy layup for Gothenburg Swedes as Taryn O'Hare able to take it to the rim and finish with 1:34 to go in the first quarter, excuse me. As left side, Casabom, now Heiser with it on the right wing. Heiser looking, pass faking a couple of times, gets it back to Casabom, passes left side to Durkin. Durkin looking around, her pass deflected, poked away from behind as Gothenburg goes up the floor with it. Beveridge with it. Zoe Beveridge finds a cutting Gothenburg Swede down the lane. It's 0 Lindley Anderson for the Gothenburg Swedes, giving them a 5-point advantage, 14-9 with 1:05 to play in the first. Casabom passes it left side. 3-ball on the way. Too strong on the attempt by the Christian Crusaders, but they get their own miss. Pitridge now passes out. Casabom, top of the key. Casabom, floater contested. It hits off back iron and unable to go as Gothenburg collects the miss. Here comes Zoe Beveridge. Beveridge to Tamala. 3-ball. Gothenburg unable to go. And the defensive rebound collected by Kenna Ailes as we have 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 14-9 Gothenburg. A 5-point Swedes lead here on the left side. It's Lincoln Christian down low. Kenna Ailes in the lane, working on Tamala, and she'll have another chance at a 3-point play as she drills the layup and is fouled by Halsley Tamala. And so Kenna Ailes will go to the line to shoot one more free throw. It's currently 14-11 with 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. The free throw for Ailes is good. It's 14-12 with 30.3 on the game clock. Here in the first quarter, Gothenburg leads by 2, 14-12. Zoe Beveridge, the shot clock is turned off here as Beveridge has it near the timeline working on Pittenger, the Lincoln Christian Crusader defender. The Gothenburg Swedes up by a pair, working right side Beveridge. She now goes with 9 on the game clock. The floater on the way, too strong, offensive rebound. The putback, can't get it to fall. Lincoln Christian will have 3 seconds to work with. Up the floor to Heiser. Heiser, the half-court heave, and it's unable to go as it's too strong. And Gothenburg takes a 14-12 lead into the second quarter of play. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds from the Class C1 semifinal action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the second quarter. It is 14-12 Gothenburg with a 2-point lead, 7:56 to go in the second quarter, just underway here as we enter quarter number 2. The entry pass deflected, but Christian gets it back. Lincoln Christian working on the left side, 3-ball on the way. Durkin, and she gives Lincoln Christian the lead, 15-14 on a nice 3-point shot from the far corner in front of the Gothenburg bench. Up the left side we go. 3-ball trying to answer. Gothenburg can't get it, misses everything, and Going back the other way, here's Maddie Casabom. Casabom pushing the pace. She averages over 20 points a game. She's still scoreless here in this point. She is 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 1 from beyond the three-point line. Here's Casabom on the right wing, trying to get it down low. Gets it back to Heiser. Heiser back to Casabom. Casabom guarded by O'Hare, now passing right side Pittenger. Durkin with it, down low, Heiser. Heiser turns down low, jumps it. Now kick back out, 3-ball Pittenger left wing, and another one is good for Lincoln Christian as it's 18-14. 7:01 to go, second quarter, 18-14 is your score. Lincoln Christian out in front by 4 points. Here just inside the perimeter, it's Tamala. She almost got tied up with it. Now Pittenger is going to be called for a defensive reach and foul, and it'll be Gothenburg basketball from a sideline inbound position. Lindley Anderson subs back in for the Gothenburg Swedes before this sideline inbound play. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Anderson has it now to O'Hare. O'Hare with it for the Swedes offense. Top of the key, it's Beveridge. Beveridge on the left wing. She picks up her dribble, guarded closely by Casabom. Now Beveridge trying to find some help, and she finds Ellie Wyatt with it. Now back to Beveridge. Beveridge at the top of the key. Still plenty of time on the possession. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Now Beveridge fires the three from the right side. Can't get it to fall. And the rebound fought for as arms got interlocked. And we're going to have a foul called on Lindley Anderson of the Gothenburg Swedes. A couple of arms just got locked up. And Kenna Ailes was able to kind of rip away. And more of a flamboyant gesture. It showed that their arms were tied up. And it drew the foul and the whistle on the Gothenburg Swedes. 18-14 to go. 6:25 to play in the first half. Casabom has it. She crosses the timeline, pass right side, almost intercepted. Heiser gets it now, backdoor cut by Ailes. She can't hang on to it, but it's going to be deflected. Last touched by the Gothenburg Swedes. Over at the Devaney Center in Class D1 semifinal action, Pender is leading Alma 11-7. Here on the top of the key, though, Lincoln Christian has the basketball up by 4. Down now, Kenna Ailes gets the layup to fall. It's 20-14 Lincoln Christian with a 6-point lead, 6:02 to play in the second quarter. Zoe Beveridge with it at the top of the key, now backs it out to the logo. Passes left side to O'Hare. Taryn O'Hare with it, looking around, trying to find some answers. And her pass deflected, taken away by Kenna Ailes as it'll be a jump ball. Kenna Ailes wanted it to be a foul call as she looks at the referee and pleads that was a foul, but instead it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it on this end of the floor with the Swedes. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. 20-14 is your score. Checking in for the first time for the Lincoln Christian Crusaders is going to be number 3, the freshman guard, Lexi Pittenger. Inbound pass inside the lane. Gothenburg can't connect it, and Pittenger, Lexi, as soon as she checks in, she gets the defensive rebound. Up the floor to Casabom. Casabom in the lane, stops. Lexi Pittenger, 3-ball on the way, missed it short, and the defensive rebound collected by Tamala. Here comes Gothenburg across the timeline, Zoe Beveridge. She's bumped and fouled by Macy Pittenger, and that'll be another personal foul on Macy Pittenger. That is her second. Just the second team foul of the quarter as well on Lincoln Christian. The sideline inbound here as they get it into Zoe Beveridge to the Swedes. The Gothenburg Swedes, 21-3 on the season, trying to give Lincoln Christian their first loss of the year. They come in with a 26-0 record. Tamala in the lane. She's bumped and fouled, and this one is going to be called on Kenna Ailes. That is the first on Kenna Ailes. And so going to the line will be Halsley Tamala for the Gothenburg Swedes. The first one is on the way. It's good. And it's 20-15 now. Lincoln Christian still holds a 5-point lead with one more Gothenburg free throw coming. The second one from Tamala is also good. 20-16 your score. 5:18 to play in the second quarter. Here's Lincoln Christian with a little bit of an extended defensive pressure look from the Gothenburg Swedes. Christian breaks it easily. To the right side, Casabom. Back to Heiser. Heiser to Pittenger. Pittenger drives baseline. The floater blocked by Tamala. Pittenger gets it back. Casabom, 3-ball, right side. Too strong. Another offensive rebound. This time Heiser. Her layup bounces out. And a defensive rebound finally cleared by the Gothenburg Swedes up the floor. Here comes Alex Beveridge. Beveridge in the lane. Stops. Throws it. Near corner. 3-ball. Gothenburg short, and Ailes collects the defensive rebound. Here comes Lincoln Christian across the timeline. They go with Macy Pittenger. She gets it to Ailes. Ailes now near corner to Casabom. Casabom gets bumped and fouled by Ellie Wyatt. So a foul goes against Gothenburg. That's their second team foul of the quarter as well. 4:34 to play in the second. It's 20-16. Lincoln Christian with a 4-point advantage. 4.5 to play, second quarter. They inbounded here to Lexi Pittenger. Do the Lincoln Christian Crusaders now to Casabom at the top of the key. Casabom working left side. She gets bumped. No whistle, but a nice finish on the left-handed layup as Casabom finishes for a 22-16 advantage. Here on the right side, Beveridge passes it down low. Anderson, left side, Tamala for three, just a tad off, and the rebound collected by Casabom. Casabom pushing the pace, pushes it up the floor as bodies collide. The layup is good on a nice find by Maddie Casabom. And it was collected and scored by Macy Pittenger. And Pittenger with a nice layup on the left side of the rim makes it a 24-16 ball game. And Gothenburg wants to call a timeout. We'll step aside with them with 3:58 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Now back to the 2025 State Basketball Tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
3 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the second quarter. Gothenburg to inbound it. They trail it 24-16. They'll inbound it directly in front of us. Here, 3:58 to play, second quarter. Gothenburg with the basketball down by 8. Here's Zoe Beveridge. Beveridge throws it to Tamala. It's out of her reach. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by the Swedes. It'll be Lincoln Christian basketball. Scott Klein directing traffic from the sidelines as Lincoln Christian has the basketball working left to right. They lead at 24-16. They pass it right side. Macy Pittenger with it. Pittenger takes one dribble, now throws top of the key. Now left side, Heiser back to Pittenger. Pittenger almost traveled with it, kept her left foot as that pivot. Now into the far corner, Casabom. Casabom, one-handed slingshot pass. Now left side, here right side on the wing to Pittenger. Christian Crusaders moving the ball fast. In the left side, now center of the lane, Casabom, 3-ball. Macy Pittenger connects. Great ball movement by the Lincoln Christian Crusaders, moving it quick as they now lead it by 11, their largest of the day. It's 27-16. Zoe Beveridge gives it to Alex Beveridge. Beveridge has the top of the key, trying to work left side. The defensive intensity cranking up a notch here for Lincoln Christian. As at the top of the key, it's Alex Beveridge, guarded by Casabom. Casabom forces her to stop her dribble, now gives it off to Zoe Beveridge. Still 12 seconds on the possession. 27-16 your score. In the lane, Tamala, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to the Crusaders of Lincoln Christian. Everything going right for Lincoln Christian here in the late stages of the second quarter. 2:49 to play in the second. Christian leads it 27-16 over Gothenburg. Lincoln Christian currently on a 7-0 run, while Gothenburg is on a scoring drought spanning over the last 2.5 minutes. Here, right side is Casabom. She fires the three from the right wing, just a tad strong. The rebound caroms out, and it's going to be fought for. A whistle and a foul is going to be called on Maddie Casabom of Lincoln Christian. That is number 2 on Maddie Casabom. Casabom just 2 points, struggling to find the bottom of the net. 1 for 5 shooting the basketball. Leading scorer for Lincoln Christian as she averages about 21 per game. Now Tamala with it, top of the key. Tamala looking around, still looking, hasn't used her dribble, now picks it up after one bounce on the hardwood. As this one bounces out of bounds, Casabom falls into our table, and they save it from going out of bounds as it's now corralled by the Gothenburg Swedes. On the left side, Beveridge fires the three on the way, just missed it off to the left, and the defensive rebound collected by Lincoln Christian, and a defensive foul called against Gothenburg. Casabom almost took a tumble into my laptop here as she tried to save that basketball into the backcourt. She did so successfully. My laptop is okay. And with 2:08 to go in the second quarter, it's 27-16 Lincoln Christian with the basketball and the lead. The game to follow us here today will be Milford and Minden. Here on the left side, it's Heiser. Heiser now to Casabom. Casabom now back to Heiser. Left side, Pittenger. Pittenger tried to get the entry pass down to Ailes, unable to do so, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds, last touched by Gothenburg. Gothenburg, following the trend that we've seen from a lot of teams over the course of this tournament, 0 for 10 from the three-point line, rather. Casabom fires a three-pointer. Air balls at the putback is no good, but the foul is going to be called on Gothenburg and Taryn O'Hare as Macy Pittenger had the offensive rebound, put it back up, and was fouled on the attempt. The Lincoln Christian Crusaders shooting 42% from the field, 39% from three-point land, as the free throw is good by Pittenger. And the second free throw is no good as well. So they go 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Here comes Lincoln Christian, 1:45 to go in the second quarter. Beveridge gives it off to Alex Beveridge. Beveridge in the lane, and the layup is good for the Gothenburg Swedes. That stops an 8-0 run that the Lincoln Christian Crusaders were on. That breaks the scoring drought, spanning over 3.5 minutes for Gothenburg. Into the far corner. Pittenger gets doubled, dribbles out of it to Durkin. Durkin to Casabom. Casabom shot fake, dribble drive in the lane, off the glass, too strong. And the Swedes get another defensive stop as they trail it by 10, 28-18. Gothenburg with the basketball. They have it across the logo. Now top of the key, it's Alex Beveridge. Beveridge with it, dribbles right, now crosses over to her left side. Now into the near corner, Taryn O'Hare with it. Taryn O'Hare gives it to Tamala. Tamala dribble drives down center lane, steps through, great move, too strong on the layup, can't get it to fall. And Gothenburg just having a tough time consistently finding shots. Here's Heiser. Heiser picks up her dribble near the logo, gives to Pittenger. Pittenger back to Heiser. Far away from the bucket, outside the perimeter. It's Casabom now inside the fingernail, just outside the free throw line. On the left side, Pittenger. Pittenger fires the three. Far corner. Got it. And that is the sixth made three of the first half for Lincoln Christian as they lead at 31-18 with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here is Beveridge, Zoe Beveridge for the Gothenburg Swedes with the basketball, top of the key. Now bounce passes it to Tamala. Tamala back to Beveridge. Her three-point attempt is blocked. Up the floor to Kenna Ailes. It's just out of her reach. She saves it from going out of bounds. She tosses it back into play, but unable to haul it in. We're going to have a conversation on whether or not Gothenburg touched the pass that she tried to save. It's going to be deflected. It will stay with Lincoln Christian. 31-18 is your score. 18 seconds to go in the second quarter. Baseline inbound here for Lincoln Christian as they inbound it over the top to Kenna Ailes. Ailes looking around, gets it. Heiser for three, and another made three-point shot as Lincoln Christian is shooting just under 50% from beyond the three-point line in this first half. It's a 16-point lead with 4 on the game clock. Here is Beveridge with 1. She's got to put up a shot. She will not. Good defensive possession to close the half for Lincoln Christian, as at the break they lead it over the Gothenburg Swedes 34-18. They shoot a blistering 47% from beyond the three-point line in the first half, making 7 of 15 attempts. We'll step aside, come back in just a few minutes with thoughts from the first half here from PBA in the C1 semifinal on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, It's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doan.edu/apply.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, bestie! Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hello?
Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with your cell for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join us and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard, guard the good life.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Lincoln Federal Savings Bank, personal banking like you remember.
Hi, this is Chris Elgert, loan originator at Lincoln Federal. I know that buying a home is one of the most important decisions a person will make in their lifetime. That's why you need an experienced loan professional to explain all the options available, to answer all your questions, and to make the home buying process a rewarding experience. Talk with me and discover why Lincoln Federal is personal banking like you remember. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the 2025 state basketball tournament live from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert with you. Class C1 semifinal action. It was all Lincoln Christian in that first half. Really liked what Gothenburg was doing early on, but we talked about depth yesterday, we being Jay Foreman and myself, and that's something that Gothenburg, unfortunately, for head coach Tim Strasser, just doesn't have right now. Is he had to ask his starting five of the Beveridge sisters, Tamala, O'Hare, and Wyatt to play a good chunk of that first half. I mean, Gothenburg only played 6 players in that entire first half, the other one being Lindley Anderson, who has 2 points on the day, but also picked up an early cheap foul and was instantly pulled from the game as well. For Lincoln Christian, man, what a first half, especially by Samantha Durkin. Durkin, 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from beyond the three-point line. She has 12 points to lead all scores and 2 rebounds, and that's huge on a day where some of the Lincoln Christian shooters, the leaders of this team, might not be shooting the ball the best. They look at Maddie Kassabaum, 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 for the senior guard, who's averaging over 20 points per game on the year. But Maddie Castlebaum's doing so many things otherwise, passing, facilitating, just applying defensive pressure, that Castlebaum's done a really nice job in other areas that might not light up the box score. But Samantha Durkin certainly picking up the slack of Lincoln Christian. Another standout player. How about Kenna Ailes? 3 for 5 from the field. Has hit both of her free throw shots as well. Has 8 points and 9 rebounds. Almost a first half double-double for Lincoln Christian, who shot a blistering 47% from beyond the three-point line in the first half. 7 for 15 overall from the field. They shot 12 of 27. And they were also only committed 4 turnovers in that entire first half. They were able to force 7 turnovers from the Gothenburg Swedes, who are unfortunately the complete opposite of what Lincoln Christian is from beyond the three-point line. Gothenburg 0 for 11 from beyond the three-point line, as Zoe Beveridge has taken 4 attempts. Zoe Beveridge came into the game as the leading scorer, averaging 14.8 points per game, but Beveridge 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 4 from beyond the three-point line. Give a massive bulk of the credit to the Lincoln Christian guards applying the ball pressure and not allowing Zoe Beveridge to get a lot of space to put off a shot. And the time she has gotten shots off, 3 of them have been blocked, as Zoe Beveridge has struggled to find the bottom of the bucket. Also, only 2 assists for her. The leading scorer for the Gothenburg Swedes in that first half was number 20, the guard, Alex Beveridge. Beveridge was 3 for 5 from the field. She also added 4 rebounds in 16 minutes of play. They played the entire first half, those 4 players, and Beveridge, O'Hare, the other Alex Beveridge, and then also Ellie Wyatt, all played 16 minutes in that first half for the Gothenburg Swedes. We got a good schedule coming up for you. Following this one, we have Milford and Minden coming up to decide who will play the winner of this game in the Class C1 title game. Then to follow, it will be the Omaha Catholic Skyhawks going up against, in Class B, the Bennington Badgers. Then following that, it'll be Lincoln Pius X Gretna East, goodness sakes, and the Waverly Vikings, all followed Class A as well, with Millard West and Lincoln North Star, in addition to the West Side Warriors and Bellevue West Thunderbirds. It's going to be a good day of basketball here on Semifinal Friday. Jay Foreman will join me for those following games. But for now, Nick Sainer with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Your score at the half, Lincoln Christian 34, the Gothenburg Swedes 18 in the Class C1 state semifinal, as Gothenburg will have to mount a comeback and stop the hot shooting of the Crusaders here in the second half. The Crusaders ended that second quarter over the last 4.5 minutes on a 14-2 run, and they ended the second quarter in the last 40 seconds on a 6-0 run. So it was a lightning strike of points in the final moments of quarter number 2. 34-18 is your score. We'll come back in 3 minutes with the start of the third quarter here from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, We're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
It may not feel like it, but planting season is on its way, and now's the time to upgrade your equipment with a late model John Deere planter from Acres Equipment. Acres has an entire lineup of John Deere planters equipped with the latest technology to ensure planting accuracy throughout your field. And to get you up and going, each planter purchase from Acres includes in-field startup support from one of our Precision Ag professionals. Warmer weather is coming soon, so don't delay. Visit your local Acres for details. Offer expires April 30th, 2025.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. 7:51 to go in the third quarter. We just got underway here in the second half of play. Lincoln Christian leads Gothenburg 34-18. As on the first offensive possession of the third quarter, Gothenburg draws the foul, and going to the line was Tamala for the Swedes, and she misses the first. In that second quarter, Lincoln Christian outscored Gothenburg 22-4. It was a competitive game after one quarter of play. Not so much after the first half. Here is Lincoln Christian now working to the basket to my left after Gothenburg goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Is Heiser with the left side to Pittenger to Durkin. Durkin now in the near corner to Pittenger to Heiser at the top of the key. Back in the right side, Kassabaum drives baseline, shot fake, fading away. She's bumped, and we got a traveling violation called on Maddie Kassabaum. So Gothenburg gets the turnover as Maddie Kassabaum is called for a traveling violation. Gothenburg brings it across the timeline. Zoe Beveridge with the basketball. Beveridge has it right side to Alex Beveridge, who led the Gothenburg Swedes in scoring in that first half with 8 points. Down in the lane, Tamala, turnaround jumper. Can't get it to go, just a tad short. And here comes Pittenger for the Lincoln Christian Crusaders. She gets the basketball knocked away, but gets it back to Heiser. Heiser now to Durkin. Durkin on the right side to Heiser. Heiser to Pittenger. Pittenger bounce pass inside. Ailes with a wide open left-handed layup. It's good. 36-19, Lincoln Christian. So Kenna Ailes able to get on a nice bounce pass from Durkin, or rather Pittenger, gets the right-handed layup to go from the left side of the rim as the floater missed by Gothenburg on the other end of the floor, and a nice job by Lincoln Christian forcing them to go one and done. Ailes now near corner. Heiser for three, just off back iron from the corner, but Kassabaum gets the rebound. The putback is good. It rattles the cylinder, and it drops. It's 38-19 now. Lincoln Christian has doubled up the Swedes. Alex Beveridge with the basketball, top of the key. Passing it left side to Taryn O'Hare for the Swedes offense in the far corner. Now Tamala down on the block working on Ailes. The layup is good with the foul, and Kenna Ailes just picked up foul number 2. As Tamala will have a chance for Gothenburg to go for the three-point play. Tamala now has 9 points to lead all Swede players. She's 3 for 9 from the field, and where she's standing right now, the free throw line, she's 3 for 4 today. 6 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Gothenburg makes the free throw for the three-point play, so it's now a 16-point deficit for the Swedes. As Lincoln Christian has the basketball, it's Pittenger, top of the key. Pittenger back to Heiser. Heiser now on the right wing. Overhead pass to Pittenger. Pittenger flashes down to Ailes. Now to Durkin for three. Misses it short. And the rebound is bounced and corralled by the Gothenburg Swedes. Is up the floor. They try to pass it, but it's deflected by Durkin. Good defensive hands by Durkin. Now Pittenger on the takeaway. The floater bounces off the right side of the rim. The rebound's tipped out of bounds, and it will be last touched by Heiser of Lincoln Christian. So Gothenburg basketball. Zoe Beveridge checks back in for Gothenburg with the Swedes trailing by 16, 38-22. Here comes Zoe Beveridge across the timeline, gets picked up by Durkin. Now she hands it off to Beveridge, Alex Beveridge that is. Now to Tamala on the right wing, back to Alex Beveridge. Beveridge trying to throw it over the top. It's almost deflected, taken away, but Tamala gets it back for the Swedes. Turns around, the layup can't go. She gets her own miss. The putback is good with another and one opportunity for Tamala, as Tamala is able to get her own miss, put up the tough contested shot. She's fouled. I believe they called that foul on Pittenger. They sure did, and it's going to be her third. But going to the free throw line is Tamala to make it a 13-point ball game, and she's unable to do so. It stays as a 14-point deficit. 38-24 is your score. Up the floor, Pittenger. Pittenger in the far corner. Now cross-court pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Alex Beveridge of the Gothenburg Swedes. And it'll be Lincoln Christian basketball underneath their own hoop. Five minutes, 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. 38-24 is your score. They inbound at Kassabaum, bobbled the inbound pass. Now she puts up the layup, unable to connect, and Gothenburg going the other way with it. Rushing up the floor is Zoe Beveridge. Pass upside. It's saved from going out of bounds as it almost went, and it was a turnover, but Beveridge saves it. And now Ellie Wyatt able to get the scrambled possession of Gothenburg to get a bucket out of it. Heiser to a trailing Crusader, now bounces at top of the key. Pittenger for three, and just like that, when Gothenburg was making a 7-0 run, Macy Pittenger is able to knock down the three from the top of the key to make it a 41-26 ball game. Here's Zoe Beveridge to Alex Beveridge in the left side of the lane. Misses the layup. The putback is no good. Rebound tipped around a couple of times. It's corralled by the Swedes. Gothenburg puts up the shot, and we have a foul called on Lincoln Christian as that one's going to be whistled on Heiser. So Jessa Heiser is called for her second personal foul. At the line to shoot two is Alex Beveridge for Gothenburg. She cannot hit the first. It's 41-26, 4:29 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln Christian with a 15-point lead. Gothenburg at the free throw line, unable to hit either one. It's an empty trip as Kassabaum pushing the pace across the timeline. Pittenger and Durkin are running with her. She puts up the floater. She can't hit the floater, but the offensive rebound caroms all the way out to the logo where it's corralled by Pittenger. She gives it off to Heiser. Heiser back to Pittenger in the near corner. Back to Heiser on the left wing. Now Heiser drives in, kicks it to Kassabaum. Kassabaum drives center of the lane, near corner pass. Pittenger, three ball for her second in a row. Can't get it to fall. Rebound fought for. It's saved from going out of bounds into the scores table. And it will be Swedes basketball here with 4 minutes exactly on the game clock remaining in the third. We're exactly halfway through quarter number three. It's 41-26. Lincoln Christian with the 15-point advantage. On the right side, Zoe Beveridge with it, drives into the double team. We have a charge called as Kassabaum draws the charge, and it will be Lincoln Christian basketball. Samantha Durkin took a tumble and fell down to the ground there. She came up a little gingerly, so she's going to come out of the game as number 3, Lexi Pittenger, subs in. Durkin looks to be okay, just had to walk it off here. As Heiser has it across the timeline. Now Macy Pittenger back to Heiser. Heiser as the Swedes are in a 1-3-1 zone here defensively. Now they get it into Ailes. Ailes right side. Kassabaum into the far corner. Cross-court pass. Great find as Pittenger gives it to Cassabaum. Cassabaum in the lane, stops at the elbow, gets bumped, no whistle. Back out to Macy Pittenger. Pittenger throws it cross-court skip pass to Heiser. Down low to Ailes. Nobody's there to grab the basketball except for a Gothenburg Swede defender. Here comes Zoe Beveridge. Beveridge passing it up the floor. Alex Beveridge for three. Can't hit it, just a tad strong, and the defensive rebound collected with no problem by Kenna Ailes. Here up the left side, it's Heiser. Kicks it to Cassabaum. She fires the three from the right side, and Maddie Cassabaum hits. As Maddie Cassabaum finally hits her first three-pointer of the day in her fifth attempt. She is now 1 for 5 from beyond the three-point line. It's 44-26 as Lincoln Christian has answered the 7-0 run of Gothenburg with a 6-0 spurt of their own. Here, Gothenburg has it on the right side. Taryn O'Hare in the near corner. O'Hare to Beveridge. Zoe Beveridge working on Lexi Pittenger. Pittenger almost knocked it out of the hands of Zoe Beveridge. Now Beveridge with it on the right side. She's working on Pittenger. Almost lost the basketball. Now throws it into a Lincoln Christian defender. Up the floor, Heiser. What a one-arm pass by Cassabaum, but they can't get the layup to fall. The rebound collected by the Swedes as Zoe Beveridge coming the other way across the timeline. Beveridge working, kicks it out. She's going to be fouled on the bump by Lexi Pittenger. Lexi Pittenger commits her first personal. We talked about at halftime Gothenburg having to ask players to play some extended minutes. That's exactly what Lincoln Christian does. However, they've been able to dictate their pace as you have Heiser playing 22 minutes, Maddie Cassabaum playing 21 minutes, Macy Pittenger and Kenna Ailes also playing 21 minutes. Sam Durkin checks back in for Lincoln Christian. She's played 19 minutes. So this is one of those things, once again, where you're asking some of your players to really play some extended minutes. They had to take Kenna Ailes out of the game because she's bleeding. And so she's getting wrapped up on the Lincoln Christian sideline. Back here on the floor, though, Zoe Beveridge has a free throw. She missed the first one of the trip. The second one is on the way. It's also no good. Rebound collected by Cassabaum. She throws it up to Heiser. 44-26 with 2:11 to play in the third quarter. Here's Cassabaum. Cassabaum at the top of the key. Christian with it on offense. Lexi Pittenger, three ball, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound fought for and won by Heiser. She saves it from going out of bounds into the hands of Durkin. Durkin out to Pittenger, now to Cassabaum. She fires for another three. That one just off back iron from the far corner right in front of head coach Scott Klein for Lincoln Christian. Here comes Alex Beveridge. Beveridge across the timeline. She crosses over on Heiser, drives right side. The lamp is good. Nice take there by Alex Beveridge, and she pulls Gothenburg to within 16 at 44-28. Here on the left side, a backdoor cutting Durkin. This is number 15. That's Drabo. Three-pointer on the attempt by Heiser. Can't get it to fall, and Gothenburg collects the miss. 1:26 to play in the third quarter. It's 44-28. Lincoln Christian with the lead. Gothenburg with the basketball. Zoe Beveridge has it at the logo. She uses a screen left from Anderson. Now she finds Anderson on the roll. Down on the doorstep, and Lily Anderson and able to get the layup to go. It's 44-30, Lincoln Christian. 1:05 to play, third quarter. Gothenburg still searching for their first made three-pointer of the day, while Lincoln Christian has cooled off a little from beyond the three-point line, now just shooting 39% in comparison to their 47% that they were at halftime. Lincoln Christian is one of their last 7 field goals, and they're on a scoring drought of 2 minutes and 5 seconds. We have a timeout on the floor while we're here. I want to tell you about our friends at Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. While you're in town for State Hoops, friends, check out the best-kept secrets in the state, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. with free admission just north of Haymarket Park. While we have a pause in the action, let's take a 10-second break for station identification here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Lincoln Christian to inbound after the Crusader timeout. They have a 44-30 lead. Here is Heiser with it on the right side. Cassabaum. Cassabaum crosses over, throws it over the top. Her pass deflected. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Gothenburg Swedes. So 44-30 your score, 50.0 on the game clock. Durkin to inbound underneath the Lincoln Christian Crusaders hoop. Baseline inbound, they get into Casabom, floater on the way, short, rebound fought for, and won by Lincoln Christian. Good job by Samantha Durkin. Durkin passes right side to Pittenger. Pittenger now near far corner to Casabom. Casabom sits, and she's bumped and fouled, as that'll be the second team foul of the quarter on the Gothenburg Swedes. Lindley Anderson with the personal foul. That's her second. Another baseline inbound play as they get it into Casabom. Casabom on the right wing throws into the corner into Heiser. Heiser back to Casabom. 33 on the game clock, 29 on the shot clock. Here's Casabom on the right wing. Throws into the corner. Pittenger. Pittenger down low to Ailes, and she's going to be held from behind on Lindley Anderson. That'll be Anderson's third. Trying to get better position defensively on Kenna Ailes. Unable to do so without fouling. And so another baseline inbound play. We're having deja vu here as we just saw this 2 times ago as it's a baseline inbound play. Zoe Beveridge has to sub back in for the Gothenburg Swedes. It'll be Lincoln Christian on offense, though. Shot clock is turned off, 23.2 on the game clock. Here is Heiser. Heiser working with it right side for Lincoln Christian. She hesitates and will back it out near the timeline. The double team comes for Heiser. She passes out of it to Durkin. Durkin now left side back to Heiser at the top of the key. 8 seconds on the game clock to Durkin. Durkin with Pittenger calling for it in the corner. She goes to Casabom instead. Casabom in the lane, puts up a tough shot. A foul is called. The layup is no good, but Maddie Casabom will go to the free throw line with 1.4 seconds on the game clock here in the third quarter to shoot 2 free throws. Maddie Casabom, the first free throw on the way. It's no good. (44-30) is your score. Lincoln Christian leads by 14. Here's the second free throw by Casabom. That one is good. It's a 45-30 ball game now as they throw it with one arm down the floor. It is deflected out of bounds. There's the horn at the end of the third quarter. Your score, Lincoln Christian 45, the Gothenburg Swedes 30 here in the Class C1 state semifinal. We'll be right back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of hand-cut fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sander back with you as we begin the fourth quarter of play. 45-30 is your score. Lincoln Christian with a 15-point lead. Durkin has it left side now. Pass deflected. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Christian Crusaders on this sideline right in front of us here. Maddie Casabom to inbound. Here's Casabom. Passing it in to Heiser. Heiser now still going against that 1-3-1 defense of the Swedes, and it forces a turnover here as the Swedes take it away. Here comes Alex Beveridge. Beveridge working with it right side. Beveridge in the lane. The right-handed layup is good. Nice take by Alex Beveridge. Beveridge able to score again. She now has 10 points, or rather 12 points on the morning. Here left side, it's Heiser. Heiser looking around, trying to find somebody to pass to. She finds Casabom in the near corner. Pass into it inside on the block. Ailes has to kick it out. Casabom, 3-ball, missed everything. As Casabom struggles from the three-point line continues. She's now 1 for 6. Crossing the timeline is Zoe Beveridge. 7:05 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 45-32. Gothenburg trying to stave off elimination as they could come back and knock off a number 1 seed in Class C1 action. In the lane, Beveridge that is Ellie Wyatt taking it to the rim. She's going to be bumped and fouled. Missed the layup, so she'll be at the line to shoot 2 shots. So Ellie Wyatt at the free throw line. The first one, no good. Gothenburg as a team, 6 for 13 from the free throw line. Even if you can make that a single-digit ball game if you don't even have to be perfect. As both free throws for Wyatt are no good. She goes 0 for 2. Now Gothenburg is 6 for 14 from the free throw line. Good for 43% on the morning. Here on the left side, here's Heiser. Heiser with it on the left wing, dumps it over the top to Durkin. Durkin's pass deflected, taken away. Here comes Gothenburg. A 3-on-1 break. Nobody to stop her, and Beveridge lays it in. It's 45-34. Lincoln Christian with an 11-point lead. Lincoln Christian holds 11-point lead as they force another turnover. The Gothenburg Swedes, they pull up from 3, and able to drill it is Alex Beveridge. She now has 15. It's an 8-point game as the Swedes are on a 7-0 run. Lincoln Christian with the basketball. Maddie Kassebaum slows it down, top of the key. Kassebaum dribbling right side in the lane. She's bumped and fouled as Kassebaum hits the deck, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 6:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Lincoln Christian leads 45-37. It was 45-30 at the start of the quarter. First free throw by Kassebaum is no good. Kassebaum on the day, 8 points on 3 of 14 from the field. She fires the second one, and that one is good. 46-37, a 9-point Lincoln Christian advantage. Here comes Gothenburg in the midst of a 7-1 run. Here's Zoe Beveridge. Beveridge takes the screen right from Tamala. Beveridge in the right side, kicks it out. Here's O'Hare. O'Hare, the Alex Beveridge now with it on the left side. She draws the double, kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Gothenburg, another one. As that time, Ellie Wyatt able to drain a 3 to make it a 6-point ball game. It's 46-40. Here is Lincoln Christian trying to break the press. Her pass deflected into the hands of Gothenburg. They force another turnover. On the right side, Zoe Beveridge with it. She slings it across with one hand to Taryn O'Hare, who pops the 3. Another one! Taryn O'Hare drains the 3. And Gothenburg wants to talk things over with 5:24 to go. Gothenburg is on fire. A 13-1 run to start the fourth quarter. And they now trail by just 3 points, 46-43. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Stocking all the top brands, including Can-Am, Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, Suzuki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Manitow pontoon boats, and Triton trailers. Come check out Nebraska's newest Indian motorcycle dealership, plus score big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has it all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location, and they can't wait to get you set up for the summer.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, another steal, and we have a 1-point ball game. Maddie Kassebaum running the floor for Lincoln Christian. The bump and the foul and the bucket for Lincoln Christian as Kassebaum drives in, takes the harm, and she hits the layup and goes to the line to shoot one more. Maddie Kassebaum able to answer the call. As we came back, as the intro was playing, Gothenburg stole the inbound pass, and Alex Beveridge laid it in to make it a 46-45 ball game. But now Kassebaum makes it a 49-45 ball game, and that's where we're at as Gothenburg has the basketball with 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. 49-45 on the left side. Here is Beveridge. Zoe Beveridge with it. Dumps it down low. Tamala in the lane. The layup is good, and it's 49-47. Gothenburg pulls within 2 as Heiser has it for Lincoln Christian. 4:51 to play, fourth quarter. Lincoln Christian up by 2. on Gothenburg. Right side, Kassabaum. She may have gotten away with a walk. She kicks it out. Pittenger can't hit the three. Ailes there to clean up the miss for Christian. Can't hit the layup. She loses the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Lincoln Christian. Scott Klein is trying to tell the referee that it hit the Swedes player while she was laying out of bounds, which I got to say I agree with him. But either way, the referee says Gothenburg basketball. And how about this? Didn't expect to say this at the end of the third quarter with Gothenburg down by 15. But here, with 4.5 to play, Gothenburg can tie it with a 2 and take the lead with a 3. Here is Beveridge for the lead from the right wing. Can't connect. And Heiser collects the defensive rebound up the floor. Kassabaum. They try to steal it. They almost knock it away. Now Heiser with it to Ailes. Ailes on the left side, working 4:15 to go, fourth quarter here in the C1 state semifinal. To Durkin. Bounce passes Kassabaum. Kassabaum's immediately doubled, and we have a reach-in foul called on Zoe Beveridge. 49-47 your score. 4:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Lincoln Christian to inbound it directly in front of us here on the near sideline. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert with you here on the ticket. Here's Heiser. Passes it right side as Ailes has it. Now she passes it back left side into the near corner. Kassabaum. Kassabaum gets it poked away, and Gothenburg forces another turnover. They doubled Kassabaum and ripped it out of her hands. Here's Beveridge in the right side. Dumps it down. Tamala layup, and we are tied. 49 all. 3:45 to go, fourth quarter. And Lincoln Christian, the number 1 seed with their unblemished record, has allowed Gothenburg to work back from a 15-point deficit as Heiser fires the 3, and Christian is able to answer right back on a nice three-pointer from the left wing by Jenna Heiser. And Scott Klein of Lincoln Christian wants to call a timeout. 3:29 to go, fourth quarter, C1 semis. Lincoln Christian leads at 52-49. We'll step aside, come back in 30 seconds.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All righty, wherever you may be, hope you caught your breath just like I did during that 30-second break as Lincoln Christian leads at 52-49 with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to play. Gothenburg has hit 3 of their last 4 three-pointers after previously going 0 for 11 to start the game. Gothenburg will have the basketball down by 3 following a Scott Klein and Lincoln Christian timeout. Gothenburg with the basketball. Zoe Beveridge has it for the Swedes as they bring it to the basket to our right. Pinnacle Bank Arena, half of the area is on their feet as Alex Beveridge has it going downhill. Throws up a wild layup and unable to connect. Here comes Lincoln Christian. Kassabaum wanted to get it down the floor to Durkin, was unable to do so, and she'll just pick up her dribble near the logo. Kassabaum with it now, passes it left side to Heiser, who just hit that big trifecta a few moments ago prior to the timeout. Now back to Kassabaum. Kassabaum draws the double, splits through the defenders. The layup in the lane is good. It's 54-49. Gothenburg now working down by 5. Alex Beveridge crosses over on Durkin in the lane, kicks it out. O'Hare for another 3, and air ball from Taryn O'Hare as Gothenburg comes up empty. On the left side here is Pittenger. Pittenger for Lincoln Christian. Bounces it to Jenna Heiser. Heiser with it near the logo. Overhead pass to Pittenger. Pittenger back to Heiser. Heiser dribbles once, draws the double, now kicks it out. Kassabaum driving baseline, gets bumped, no call. A layup in the lane, and Kassabaum starting to take over for Lincoln Christian in the lane as she now has 16 points. On the left side, it's Beveridge. Zoe Beveridge with it as Gothenburg trails by 7. They had it tied at 49 for a moment. Now a 7-0 run down low in the lane. Alex Beveridge working on Heiser. The layup, it falls. Friendly rims as that one sat on the back rim, bounced on the right side, and then dropped through the nylon. Here's Casabom across the timeline. Casabom pushing the pace, pass fake in the lane, the bucket, and the foul. Maddie Casabom going to go to the line for the and one opportunity as she just extended Christian's lead to 7 once again at 58-51. Maddie Casabom with her hands on her knees, out of breath as she gets the basketball from the official to shoot this free throw and try to convert the three-point play. 58-51, 157 to play, fourth quarter. The free throw is good by Casabom. Gothenburg with 3 timeouts, Lincoln Christian with 2. Here come the Swedes as Zoe Beveridge has it right side. Beveridge crosses over, top of the key, pops the 3 on the way. It's no good off front rim, and the rebound collected by Kenna Ailes for the Lincoln Christian Crusaders. The Crusaders, 26-0 on the year. The defending state champions here in Class C1, they have an 8-point lead with the basketball, win the final 90 seconds. Here's Casabom. Casabom kicks it out, Ailes. Ailes from the top of the key gives it to Heiser. Heiser dribbles right side, passes it out to Casabom. Casabom crosses over, steps back, now dribble drive. The layup in the lane is good. Maddie Casabom once again, 21 points as she, on her own, is 5 for her last 5. She has completely taken over this game as it's a 10-point ball game, 61-51, with 1:09 to play in the fourth quarter. And Gothenburg calls a timeout here in the late stages. We'll step aside. It's a full timeout, 30 seconds, and we're returning to Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to the action at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the 2025 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
How about the job that this starting 5 for Lincoln Christian has done as they have extended the lead to 10, 61-51. Maddie Casabom with 21 points on the day, 8 of 19 shooting. Lincoln Christian, after they allowed Gothenburg to tie it up at 49 apiece, is now on a 12-2 run over the last 2 minutes and 24 seconds of game time. Casabom with 21, Sam Durkin has 12, Macy Pittenger has 12, and Kenna Ailes has 10 to go with Heiser's 6 points and 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Here on the right side for Gothenburg, it is Beveridge. Beveridge shoots the 3, left side, can't get it to fall. Good strong rebound by Casabom. Up the floor to Ailes. Ailes looking around. She had a Christian teammate trailing her, and she passes off to Macy Pittenger. Now to Heiser. 50 on the game clock. Here is Casabom. Gothenburg's probably going to have to foul here pretty soon as they get up on Pittenger. Pittenger now to Casabom. They double team her right in front of us as Casabom is about to lose the basketball. Still no foul. There's been 20 seconds that have ran off this clock. And finally, with 33 on the game clock, they're going to foul Maddie Casabom. That'll be the 5th team foul on Gothenburg as the Swedes trail by 10 with 33 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and Maddie Casabom at the line to shoot 2. And the first one is good. If the plan all along was to foul, especially Casabom, it was probably the last resort who you wanted to foul if you're Gothenburg. You could have done it with 58 seconds on the game clock. Instead, there's 31 seconds. Casabom goes 1 for 2 at the line. Alex Beveridge crossing over in the lane, gets it poked away, gets it back, and she is now fouled with 25.4 on the game clock. The difference in this one certainly been the shooting from beyond the arc. You look at both teams have hit similar amounts of shots overall. Lincoln Christian, 22 of 51 on the day for 43%, while the Gothenburg Swedes are 21 of 50, 42% from the field. However, that darn three-point line for Gothenburg, they are 3 for 19 from beyond the perimeter, 16% shooting. as the free throw, no good by Beveridge. She misses both of them, and with 22 seconds to go, Lincoln Christian is going to be fouled by Gothenburg with the Christian Crusaders up by 11. Lincoln Christian on the day shot 38% from beyond the three-point line, 10 for 26. Gothenburg also only committed 5 turnovers. They actually also have 22 points off of turnovers due to the Swedes of Gothenburg. At the line, Jessa Heiser, she's able to hit the first one. It's now 63-51 with 20.3 on the game clock. Lincoln Christian on their way to another state tournament championship appearance as Gothenburg has it. Across the timeline goes Alex Beveridge with 15 on the game clock. Fourth quarter, Gothenburg kicks it out. O'Hare, right side, Beveridge. Now Alex Beveridge, three-pointer on the way. Missed it badly. The rebound fought for. Ailes has it. 5 seconds on the game clock. You're about to hear the horn. And for the second consecutive year, Lincoln Christian is going to be back in the Class C1 state championship game as they knock off the Gothenburg Swedes 64-51, as Lincoln Christian will be able to go and attempt to go back-to-back as they will face the winner of our next game, the Minden Whippets and the Milford Eagles. That one scheduled for approximately 10:45 a.m. from Pinnacle Bank Arena. This one, certainly a good one. Gothenburg was down by 15 at the start of the fourth quarter. They came all the way back and tied it at 49 apiece before the Lincoln Christian Crusaders closed out the game the last 3 minutes and 32 seconds on a 15-2 run. They hit their last 5 field goals, and at that same time, Gothenburg went on a scoring drought spanning over 2 minutes long, which is just too much, too tall of a mountain to overcome. The Crusaders finished the day shooting 43% from the field, 38% from beyond the three-point line, compared to Gothenburg shooting 41% from the field and a measly 15% from beyond the perimeter. Once again, your final score in our first game of the day, the Lincoln Christian Crusaders 64 and the Gothenburg Swedes 51, as Lincoln Christian will play for the Class C1 state championship tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios for now and bring you back out here ahead of Minden and Milford coming up at 10:45 a.m. From Pinnacle Bank Arena, Nick Sanders saying so long for now on 93.7 The Ticket.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology, on your side, by your side.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Take a big step toward your dream career and apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology, on your side, by your side.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Jake Bachman back with you here in our 93.7 The Ticket studios as we move along here on NSAA Girls Basketball State Championship day. As we, I guess that will be tomorrow. But as far as punching your ticket for the state championship, that is today. So very exciting day in our tournament action. We've already had a few teams punch their ticket to the class or whatever class they're in. Championship game tomorrow. Lincoln Christian, specifically the Class C1 championship game, will feature the Crusaders after they beat Gothenburg 64-51 in a game that we heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. And of course, Lincoln Christian was the number 1 seed here. Been undefeated all season long, but they did get a test today from Gothenburg. It seemed to be the Christian had a pretty good lead throughout the game. Gothenburg stormed back there in the second half before the Christian was able to put them away. Now in Class C1 championship game, which will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, they will await Minden and Milford. Minden and Milford will be our next game here on 93.7 The Ticket as well. The 2 seed Minden beat Skoda CC to get here. Milford beat Arlington to get here. So they will do battle, and we will see who will play Lincoln Christian in the Class C1 championship game. Once again, Minden Milford at 10:45 here around the corner. And Lincoln Christian will await the winner for tomorrow's 11 a.m. tip-off inside Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Class C1 championship. Let's head over to Class D1 because we know a team that is in the championship game there as well, and it will be Pender. Pender with a 53-48 win over Alma to punch their ticket. Pender, of course, beat House Dodge in the first round. Alma beat Superior, and then these two teams met. Pender again punching their ticket. They will await the winner of Elm Creek and Cedar Catholic, who play at 10:45 here from Devaney. So that won't be a 93.7 The Ticket, but we will keep you updated on that score as we will know the championship matchups between in the Class C1 and Class D1 here shortly, maybe around 12:30 or so. As we look at all the other brackets, get you set up for the action today. We'll start in Class A, where we will have Millard West and Lincoln North Star at 1:30 today. That will be here on 93.7 The Ticket. The 1 seed against the 4 seed. Lincoln North Star did beat Omaha Westview the other day to get here. Then on the other side of the Class A bracket, Omaha West Side, and I said Omaha West Side earlier. Lincoln North Star beat Omaha Westview. Sorry, Omaha West Side, the 7 seed, got the big upset over Millard North in the first round. So they move on to take on Bellevue West, who beat Bellevue East in the first round. And those two teams will play here at 3:15 at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Again, that will be here on 93.7 The Ticket. Championship game for Class A, by the way, will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So if you are preparing for that, particularly if you're a Lincoln North Star fan, hopefully out there in the capital city, hopefully North Star can make it all the way to the championship game. We will see once again if they are able to punch their ticket at 1:30 today against Millard West. Let's go to Class B here and get you set up for the games today. Omaha Skutt, the number 1 seed, will take on the 4 seed Bennington at 6 o'clock today from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Again, another game here on 93.7 The Ticket in Class B. And then we look on the other side of that bracket. Lincoln Pius was knocked off by Gretna East. So Gretna East will now take on Waverly, who beat York in the first round. Gretna and Waverly set to tip off at 7:45 from Pinnacle Bank Arena as well. That will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Let's go to Class C2 here, where we have our matchups between GACC and Elkhorn Valley. That game will be at 1:30 on Devaney. The games from Devaney will not be here on 93.7 The Ticket, but again, we will update you on those scores as we go on throughout the day. So the winner of GACC and Elkhorn Valley will take on the winner of Crofton and Oakland Craig. Crofton, the 2 seed, now maybe the favorite in the bracket after GACC's the 8 seed beat the 1 seed Johnson Brock. Crofton will take on Oakland Craig, the 3 seed. Who would like to argue that they're the favorite? They will do so at 3:15 in from Devaney. So that's your Class C2 games there. The only other class that we haven't gone over is Class D2, where we will have the 8 seed Wilcox Hildreth, who beat the 1 seed Shelton, try to continue their season by taking on Dorchester, the 4 seed, who beat Silver Lake in the first round. Wilcox Hildreth and Dorchester will tip off at 6 p.m. from Devaney. The 2 seed FCSH beat Anselmo Mema, to get here. And now they will take on Archangels Catholic, who beat St. Mary's in the first round. FCSH Archangels Catholic will tip off in Class D2 semifinal action at 7:45 from Devaney. So that's a little bit of update on the Class NSA. Well, I keep saying class before that. The NSA Girls Basketball State Championship bracket. We went through every class, and once again, we are awaiting for the next game to kick off at Pinnacle Bank Arena so we can know the Class C1 championship game. Once again, here in about 15 minutes, Minden and Milford will do battle to try to take on Lincoln Christian in the championship game. Lincoln Christian, once again, with a 64-51 win over Gothenburg to move on. Speaking of moving on, how about the Husker women last night or the other day? They beat Illinois 74-70 to improve to 21-10 on the year. The 10 seed Huskers, of course, had to pull the upset if you go by seeding against Illinois. And they also had lost to Illinois earlier in the year, so they make up for that. Huskers getting hot at the right time. It's important in tournament season to be able to win multiple games in a row, stack games. And now the Huskers have won 3 in a row. This game against Illinois was not one that just the Huskers put away early. In fact, they trailed late. They had to use a 25-14 fourth quarter advantage to come back and win this one by 4 points. Britt Prince led the way with some big jump shots late, but altogether also led the way in the points category with 17 points. The Huskers will now take on the 4 seed, number 4 actually, the 2 seed in the tournament, number 4 in the nation, UCLA at 5:30 or around 5:30. Remember, these games a little bit dependent on the ending times of the games before them. Huskers will play UCLA at 5:30 on BTN. Shout out to DP, who is out enjoying these games. This is a big one for Nebraska. Talk about really maybe putting them on the map. Now, I will say this for the Lady Huskers here. Victory over Illinois. I mean, the victory over Rutgers probably secured their spot in the dance. The victory over Illinois certainly does. So there's no breathing heavily going into, Selection Sunday for women's Husker fans. But this is going to be a tough challenge. UCLA is one of the better teams in the nation. Nebraska lost at UCLA this season in their only previous matchup on January 29th, 91-54. And hopefully it won't be that lopsided of a game here. Hopefully Nebraska obviously can win. And maybe that score is a little bit deceiving as far as at least the Huskers had a couple key players in foul trouble that day. They actually had a lead in a couple times in the first half against UCLA, but really couldn't get anything going in the second half. Of course, against a team of that caliber, they're going to have to play a 4-quarter game today. So we'll see if they're able to get that done. Exciting stuff, tournament play, not just at the high school level, which we're broadcasting to you here, but also at the college level. Of course, the Husker men are awaiting their tournament, but they've got one more match in front of them against Iowa on national television on Fox. There's really no other way for Nebraska sports to go down anymore, right? I mean, it's always got to come down to Nebraska, Iowa, and it kind of feels pretty big. I shouldn't say kind of feels. It is pretty big that Nebraska is able to get that win against the Hawkeyes and redeem themselves from an overtime loss earlier in the year that started the 6-game skid. Now Nebraska obviously has not been hot lately. They've had a few games that just broke their heart as of recently. Speaking of overtime, with their last matchup being one that lost in overtime. Then, of course, what was close to a buzzer beater against Minnesota. Minnesota, the last time Nebraska played in Pinnacle Bank Arena, hit a big 3-pointer late, and Nebraska was not able to respond with their own buzzer beater. And so Nebraska men looking to get back on the right side of things. They are not safe from the bubble. They're, in fact, they squarely on the bubble. A loss against Iowa would probably mean Nebraska has to win a game or two in the Big Ten tournament. And that, by the way, is not a sure thing. Nebraska's somewhat on the bubble to make the Big Ten tournament. They win, they're in. If they beat Iowa, if they lose, well, then it's going to be dependent on a few other matchups there at the bottom of the Big Ten standings. Remember, 18 teams in the Big Ten now, so only 15 teams make the tournament. And Nebraska hoping to be one of those teams. It's a weird year to kind of try to put into perspective for Nebraska basketball. A lot of ups and downs, and the downs have been lately. And so a lot of people think, what have you done for me lately? Or they have the recency bias. And maybe that's fair. I mean, because you want to be hot going into the tournament. And we've heard from Matt Rule on the college football playoff side of things. maybe it does matter more how you're doing late. It's always an argument when you have the human element selecting your teams in tournament play. Nebraska basketball needs to bounce back, and a win against Iowa would certainly help them maybe turn the other way. Remember, yes, they are on this losing streak now, but last time they had that 6-game losing streak, they were able to bounce back with a solid 4 or 5 games there. So maybe that's what they need this time. A victory against Iowa would certainly help, and we'll see if they're able to get that done on Sunday. I'm Jake Bakoven again, back in our studios. We'll send it back out to Nick Sainert as we've got another game going, getting ready for us. Again, Minden and Milford will battle each other, and the winner will punch their ticket to the Class C1 championship game tomorrow to take on Lincoln Christian. All right, we'll take a quick break. We will send it back out to Nick Sainert for the call of that game here in just a few minutes on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights.